Range operator.
Contact front! Hey guys, it's Ray from Range Operator. Thank you for joining us for another exciting episode. Today we're looking at 9mm versus 45 ACP. We're going to be stacking these two rounds against each other and see which one comes out on top. We're also introducing our guest who will be putting through our guest challenge, our mag change challenge. So stay tuned. Let's do this. It's time to operate. This video was sponsored by Agile Security. For the best safety and security app, search for Agile Security on iOS and on Android. Welcome back, operators. Charl, thank you for joining us in this episode. Tell us a bit about yourself and where you're from and what do you do?
My name is Charl, and thanks for the opportunity. I'm CEO and Managing Director of Agile Security, like you say. Born and bred out in Joburg, Sandton area, lived there all my life. Had a couple of businesses over the last 20 years. And Agile's our newest baby, and we've been working hard at it the last couple of years and been doing very well. And
well, knowing the things that we've discussed prior, I mean the app, which you guys will obviously see, we do a lot of Agile's one of our main sponsor for these episodes, and thank you for that.
It's a big pleasure.
You guys will see that the app that we always promote, it is by far probably the best app
we believe
in the market. I mean, if the other companies are linking up with you, then it must say something about the app.
Well, we've got 186 signed up companies or dedicated companies, and we're hoping to sign another 80 in the next year. So the technology and the background and network behind it is immense, and I still feel we're the only people that can guarantee you service nationwide at a very small price. So yes, we're very confident that it's the best technology out there at the moment.
That's huge. That's huge. Charl, the app isn't your only business. I think that's just your most recent part of the business.
Yeah,
what is the main focus of Agile Security?
So Agile is actually a guarding specialist company. We're a much smaller owner managed company. Our main focus is on guarding, physical guarding. We can offer offsite monitoring. We do the technical side of things. We do have a special ops team that does things for the mines and protection and things like that. But our main base is guarding sites and setting up guards, connecting them with the right technology and management tools to make sure that we offer the best personalized service at the best rates out there. And it's been very successful for us.
Charl, I think the thing that you said there is key is service. I've gone out on a few ops with you guys before, and
it was a ton of fun.
Besides that, it was a ton of fun. The one thing I've noticed, it was definitely precision, service, and planning. That was not one thing that was not planned out before the time. So I think when it comes to stuff like planning and precision, service comes in naturally, and that I think I can amend you on that.
Well, I appreciate that you see that, because as I say, I've had a few companies over my career, and I really feel security is one where you need to have that personalized service. Number one, you need to be planned, you need to be ready, you need to give the guards the assistance and the backup they need to do their job properly, but also managing them properly, making sure that they do their job the way you expect it from them. And thank you, I appreciate that. We do try hard.
Well, Charl, but on a personal level now, moving a little bit away from Agile, moving towards you, we as a gun community, we emphasize on training. Now, what do you do that prepares you for, let's say, combat readiness? What training do you go through for preparation?
So obviously for us it's different as a security company. Part of your job is going out there with your firearm and doing your thing. To give you an example where a lot of, if you do not train, where the issue comes in, mates of mine, maybe they have their firearm, it's in the safe because they don't feel comfortable with it or wearing it yet. If you do not train, if you can't clear malfunction on your weapon in the dark, in the middle of the night, if you don't know where your weapon is, what state it's in, and all of that, that's something that needs to be trained into you as a second nature. If you do not have that, then I do not suggest you carry a firearm with you in the first place, because you'll end up hurting yourself or innocent bystanders. So training is essential in knowing how to react in which situation, what condition or readiness position your firearm is in, obviously, and thirdly, how to use it and use it accurately. You can't just shoot off at people and there could be innocent bystanders behind them or something like that. So you have to be very aware of your situation, your surroundings, if you're going to choose to carry a firearm. And you need to go training. We find it very essential.
So true. Guys, remember, it's training that keeps you alive. It's not the fact that you're carrying a firearm. It's the fact that you know how to use your firearm. So get out there, train. As like our previous guests, also there's YouTube channels that you can watch on techniques that you can, drill runs you can do, training that you can run on. If you watch my episode that I did on Monday Minute regarding playing with your gun at home, that's my favorite thing to do. My wife still thinks I'm a Charl even after watching that video.
Unreal.
Boys and toys. Have a look at that episode, and you can also find that in the channel. Then it's like I say, that's what we need to do. Charl, we've come to my favorite part of the episode. We've been talking about your everyday carry. So if you don't mind, just take out your unholster, clear out your pockets, and show us what you have and why you have it.
So as you'll see, this is a CZ P07 Duty, one of my favorite firearms. I've had it for years. And as you said rightfully, always make sure that the gun is safe, it's clear, and it is not loaded whenever you hand it over to anybody.
100%. Now this is a stunning gun. I'm a big fan of the P07 myself. Many clients that I deal with, when they ask, what do they go for, it's always about what's most comfortable for you, first of all. But I do recommend the P07 and the Glock 19. But tell me quickly, why did you choose the P07?
So rightfully, as you say, for me it also came down to a decision between this and the Glocks. I've shot many of them many times. They are very similar in my opinion. Out of this, I do like the hammer with the decocker function, or you can have the safety function. I just always know, especially carrying one up most of the time, I like to know what position the firearm is in and what safety degree it's in. And other than that, as I said, after shooting them, this just fit better in my hands. It's compact, it's comfortable, and most of all, it's reliable. You want to have something that you know is going to do the job when you pull the trigger. So at the end of the day, pricing wise, it was the same. Shooting wise, grouping wise, I was very similar. This just felt more comfortable in my hand. It just fit, and that's pretty much it. It has the little grips on the side and things for your thumbs and that. But honestly, it just felt a little bit better.
We're going to see how you do with your firearm on that challenge. But tell me quickly, do you always carry one mag with you, or do you carry spare mags with you?
So generally I'll have one mag with a spare one that fits on my belt. When we do go out, as you know, you've been out with us before, I do have my full tactical belt with vest and everything. There I'll have 4 mags on, that's stacked in different orders with different type of ammunition depending on the situation that you're in. But generally I'll have between 1 and 2 mags on.
And I'm proud to see you carrying Winchester Ranger rounds.
One of my favorite rounds, also been using it for years, very reliable. It's, as we know, it's not cheap, but it's not expensive. It works, it's got a good stopping power, but it also doesn't go through, which is important when you are planning on, or not planning, when you do need to use your firearm in a public place. You don't want to hurt innocent bystanders. But as I say, it's also important to have different mags with different type of ammunition depending on what situation you're going to find yourself in. But yeah, very happy with it, and never had a day's hassle with any of those rounds.
Okay. And I've got one last question for you. You have a wish list. What would be your next firearm, rifle, handgun, shotgun, doesn't matter, on your wish list?
I think like most people out there, everybody wants to own a 50 cal at some point in their life. So unfortunately, laws in this country make it very difficult to own one of them. But cost is another issue as well. They are not cheap, as we know, at 200 rand a round. But yeah, definitely a 50 cal would be, I think, on any gun enthusiast wish list out there. And we just got to keep working and we'll get to it.
That's it. Now, Charl, we're moving on, and we're going to be doing the challenge now, the guest challenge, the mag drill challenge. Have you done any preparation? Have you thought about the challenge ahead?
I think at the end of the day it comes back to basic training and being comfortable with your firearm. So obviously we're in a different position where we do tend to go to the range more often or have more time to go and train and practice. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready to go.
You're feeling comfortable, you're confident.
I'm confident. And,
You're going to take that top spot.
I think I've shot enough firearms in my life and taken enough, spent enough hours in the range to we'll see. So I'm quietly confident and excited.
Oh, great. Well, guys, we're going to see you on the range when we put Charl into the challenge, and we'll go through it. We'll go through the challenge when we're on the range.
100%.
We'll see you there. Okay, Charl, what we're going to do with the challenge is very simple. Well, maybe. But I'm going to load you up with 2 mags. There's going to be 10 rounds in total. Okay. And with 1 dummy round. Okay, so you have 10 rounds with 1 dummy round included. You're not going to know how I'm stacking it up or where the dummy round is going to be in order. Okay. And you've got to cycle through your magazines until all ammo is finished, all the rounds is finished. Okay. And you can't, it's not a fast load, it's a tactical reload. Okay? So tactical reload is not dropping your mag out the holster while getting another one. It's taking your mag, pulling out the holster, putting in a mag and putting in the holster. Okay? And that's it. We're gonna score you on accuracy and speed. Cool. Okay, Charl, I'm gonna load up your mags. You do not know which one is which or which cycle it is. Okay. Ideas. Shooter ready. Ready. Surrender.
March until it's over.
Go.
And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. I'm marching till it's I'm spitting this meticulous and limitless, while others out there spitting shit got hits up on the charts. It's it. I see why other artists quit, cause people don't reward good shit. They love to hate but hate to live. Society, you swing and miss, and honestly I get it. Promise me you won't.
Hey guys, so for the topic challenge we're going to be shooting 45, 1911. I believe this is this is Narinko 45, 1911, and then the PO7 9mm. What we're going to do is I'm going to do a mag drill change. So I'm going to be shooting into the target. So about 7 rounds, swap mags, shoot another 5 rounds, and then I'm going to hit with the last round. I'm going to try to hit the metal plate, and we're going to see how far we can hit that metal plate back, which will also be recording. So we'll start off with the 9mm, and then we'll move over to the 45.
Okay, stand by. Go. Alright. Good.
Getting closer. I'm marching till it's over.
Guys, that's it for today's episode. Thank you very much for joining us. Charl, you did great.
Thank
do you think you did great?
There's always room for improvement.
There's always room for improvement. So we practice.
Exactly.
Guys, stay tuned for tomorrow's episode, Monday Minute. And if you want to view our other videos, you can view here, or here, or here, somewhere. Somewhere on the screen you can click on our other episodes to view. Thank you guys, we'll see you soon.